Hi, it's Danielle here from Pause Global, and I wanted to talk to you today about being busy. And the first thing I wanted to say to you, particularly as part of the 30-day pause challenge, is that being busy is not bad. So I think we need to get that out on the table. It's a really important thing that we have balance in our experience day to day. And so, bursts of busyness, days of busyness, periods of busyness, projects that are busy, busy lives. It's not that that is a bad thing. But what can happen is if there's an imbalance between how we're always on and we're not necessarily learning to switch off or giving ourselves scope and space to switch off, if we don't give ourselves permission to pause, then that can start to have a negative effect on how we feel. It can mean that our minds find it difficult to switch off, and we can start to feel the effect of that imbalance. So what we're looking at pause is not to stop the busyness. And some people also say to me, well, I'm not busy enough. And so that in itself can also be a different challenge. We're not looking to stop busyness as such. What we're looking to do is build in practices that help us manage the busyness, that help us be with the busyness in a different way. Because let's face it, life is busy. That is a reality for most people. So what we're looking to do with pause is just give you different ways of being able to cope with that busyness in a way that feels grounded. You can feel grounded in a way that you can feel peaceful, that you can feel calm, that you can feel strong. And really what we're looking at pause is building stamina that helps you to manage and cope with the busyness of your experience in life. The thing I want to talk to you today, particularly about busyness, is there are different types of busyness. So we have the kind of outward busyness when we're busy doing things, tasks, activities, chores, our work, the kind of day-to-day living that we have to do can all be forms of busyness. But we also have internal busyness as well, and this can be where our thoughts are busy. So that experience that you might have had if you feel tired and wired, so it's before you go to sleep and you just can't switch off your mind, or that you're thinking when you're asleep, or when you wake up and your mind is just kind of busting through the dam as soon as you wake up and it's really active, where that is a form of busyness where the mind just can't seem to settle or quieten down. Another form of busyness is how we feel. We can feel busy inside emotionally. So we might feel busy with anxiety. We may feel that we're busy with upset or anger, that there can be emotional experience inside of us where we can feel busy. That's another form of busyness. We can have a form of busyness that's, it's a nice form of busyness actually, but sometimes we can get lost in it. Is that kind of creative daydreaming, the imaginary place, the fantasy place, such a great place to escape to, but we can spend a lot of time being busy in the imaginary fantasy space that we're not totally grounded in reality. Other forms of busyness can be where our minds are critical and judgmental on ourselves, or where there's a lot of self-doubt, where we're not completely confident in our skin. So being aware of these different forms of busyness, I think, is important so that we can look at pause, not just at the outside activity that we're doing day to day, but pay attention to the inner busyness that also happens on a day-to-day basis for ourselves as well. So I wanted to just flag that today as a little bit of context for you, hopefully some ideas there to provoke your thinking a little bit about how might you be busy on a day-to-day basis. What kind of busyness do you experience? And today's 10-minute pause, if you would like to practice, is really to journal and to write your thoughts down about your preferred kind of busyness. So it's just a little prompt for you to sit and do a little bit of free-form journaling, a bit of writing about what's your preferred kind of busyness. If you're not somebody who likes journaling, it's not a practice that you enjoy, then just sit quietly with yourself for 5 or 10 minutes and contemplate that, or go for a walk so you can do this moving as well and give yourself that space and time to really just focus in on this question: what is my preferred kind of busyness? And then we'd love to hear from you in the chat group about what you discover. So yeah, keep the conversation going. It's been lovely to hear from you already, and just let us know what you discover from your journaling. All the best. Bye bye.